Is Wubuntu Linux a scam? Let's find out. Wubuntu Linux is a relatively new Linux distro which aims to provide Windows users a free and open-source alternative to Microsoft's proprietary operating system, but there are a few problems which many have not covered, so I will cover them for you in this video. I saw a pretty interesting video the other day regarding this Linux distro, and after seeing it, I could not help myself wonder, is this Linux distro a complete and utter fucking scam? Excuse my swear words if you will, but Wubuntu seems like a scam if you ask me, and I will tell you why in just a moment. First of all, Linux is a completely different operating system to Windows. It's based on a completely different and non-related architecture, the Linux kernel. So how can you advertise any Linux distro, let alone this specific distro, as a viable alternative to Microsoft Windows? Linux does not run 1/18 of the software that many people rely on a regular basis. Secondly, the inclusion of Wine, while nice on the surface level, is actually a massive letdown for this operating system as well. You see, Wine is a POSIX translator which makes Windows programs and applications talk to Linux, and thus allows the Windows software to run like it would on a Windows system. But there are several problems depending on the specific bit of software you use. Some software may suffer latency and other issues, especially if we're talking about music production software, or even demanding video games. You're gonna have to jump through several hoops just to get one thing working. Why bother switching to Linux if it's only going to make life more complicated for the average user? We are talking about the average user here, and believe it or not, many cannot send emails. So how the fuck do you expect these people to be able to learn a completely different system that runs on a completely different architecture and has nowhere near the amount of software that Windows or Mac OS has? Seriously, has the world of Linux gone crazy or some shit? I like the idea behind a distro being a viable alternative to Microsoft's proprietary piece of garbage, but in practice, this does not work in any way, shape or form. Linux is not for the majority of PC users. It's only popular with us tech enthusiasts, nerds, geeks, etc. You might be thinking I repeat the Linux stereotype, but I am simply stating an actual fact. Linux cannot run as much software as Windows, and people come up with all these things like, Linux is better for gaming than Windows, Linux runs Windows software better than Windows, or some other sort of nonsense, and that makes people like me very angry and triggered, because I don't deny Linux flaws or downsides, I accept them for what they are because that is all you can do, and no matter how free and open source Linux is, it ain't gonna be of any fucking interest to 0.00000000001% of computer users. Okay, maybe I am going a little over the top here, but seriously, what the fuck has gotten into the Linux community? Whoever came up with the Wubuntu Linux distro is a complete fucking scammer. Here's why. Firstly, Wubuntu has Power Toys pre-bundled into it, and if you're thinking it's Microsoft Power Toys, you would be wrong. Wubuntu does not even say if it's Linux Power Toys, or Windows Power Toys. And the really bad part is that you have to pay a full fee of almost $40 just to unlock some extra features such as the Windows Settings app, and a few other things. What the fuck are you doing putting a free and open source OS behind a paywall? Are you a fucking idiot or something? Sorry if I am swearing too much, but this really bugs the shit out of me. I am seriously disappointed that somebody even came to the conclusion that this Linux distro is a viable alternative to Windows, and that somebody is whoever owns and maintains Wubuntu. Clearly you guys are scammers who just want to extract money. That's no fucking different to what corporations like Microsoft already do to us, and then to see a free and open source operating system also charge you money to access a basic feature really annoys the living hell out of me. I cannot believe people are literally thinking that this distro is a viable alternative to Windows. Wubuntu, while looking nice on the surface, is nothing but a complete and utter fucking scam. If I am wrong or you think there is something you need to tell me, please tell me in the comments section below. Again, if I am wrong, or you think I need to know your opinion on this, Please let me know. I am more than happy for you to tell me your opinion. That's what this channel is all about, sharing personal opinions and having a large and open community. Wubuntu really is a letdown for Linux users like me. It makes Linux Mint look bad, and other popular beginner-friendly distros like MX Linux look bad because of Wubuntu too. Thanks to Wubuntu, Linux could gain more negative reputation than ever before. People will think Linux is a scam, but all they ever saw was one single Linux distro. It just bugs me that people are even calling this a viable alternative to Windows. In fact, call any Linux distro a viable alternative to Windows, and I think you might need to check your head to make sure everything is okay. This is really a rant, and I am sorry if I offended anyone watching this video, but seriously, would you not agree with me that this Linux distro is a scam? I mean, look at it, it includes applications like OnlyOffice, which is not the same as Microsoft Office. It comes with several other software which is nothing like the Windows software. Other than Copilot, Microsoft Edge, and a few other things, there really is no actual Microsoft software inside of this distro. And the fact that you have to pay for Power Toys, which who on God's green fucking earth is going to be doing that, especially considering most users are not power users, who wants to pay a fee for a thing they are never going to use? Nobody, exactly. So you know what I say to the Wubuntu team. Go and shove your stupid ass scam up your fucking ass and leave it where it belongs, in the trash bin, because this distro is nothing but a complete and utter fucking scam. Please tell me why you otherwise disagree with that statement in the comments section below. Anyway, that's it for this video folks. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. See you next video. Bye for now.